Marcus is in Westminster. Marcus, question or answer?
Answer, James. About the total eclipses. Yeah, I mean, as the questioner says, it is a pretty weird coincidence that the sun is 400 times bigger than the moon, but is 400 times further away, so it appears to be the same size. And that has not been the case for most of the history of the Earth, because the moon is moving away from the Earth for about 4 centimetres a year. So in the past, it was nearer the Earth, and in the future it will be further away. So we can only see total eclipses for about 5% of the history of the Earth, so we're quite lucky to be around. As for the rest of the solar system, probably you could see a total eclipse because there are hundreds of other moons, but they tend to be around the gas giant planets like Saturn and Jupiter and Neptune and Uranus. They don't actually have surfaces, so I don't know, their moons could blot out the sun, but you couldn't actually, they don't have proper solid surfaces. But they might, they've got so many moons, you could probably see a total eclipse from the surface of one of their moons, seeing another moon in front of the...
so it's definitely not unique. It's definitely not unique to Earth, then.
It's not unique, but it's quite rare. I mean, the really rare thing is that the moon is so big, because all the other moons in the solar system are tiny compared to their planet. But our moon is a quarter the size of the Earth. I mean, we're effectively a double planet. And having that big moon has been really crucial for us being here, because it's stabilised the Earth's spin. So, the Earth spins like a top. If it ever tips over, the moon's gravity pulls it back. So it's stabilised the spin, kept the climate pretty stable for life over billions of years. Of course, it creates the tides, so the margins of the continents become dry twice a day, and that causes stranded sea creatures that then move onto the land. So really, we've got this incredibly unusual moon that is really large compared to its planet, and it's crucial to life on Earth to have this large moon. But it seems to be quite rare because there's nothing like it elsewhere in the solar system, which means it could have implications for how common life is in the universe, because if you need a big moon like ours, and they are quite rare, it could mean that other life is rare.
Well, flipping out, you covered a lot of ground there. What are your qualifications?
Pardon?
What are your qualifications?
I used to be a radio astronomer at California Institute of Technology in Pasadena.
Blimey. How many of those are there?
What? Radio astronomers? In the world? I don't know, maybe a few hundred, something like that. But that was a long time ago. I now write popular science books. And if I could, James, I'm going to be giving a talk at the Edinburgh Science Festival tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the evening at the National Museum of Science.
Where is it again, Marcus?
Scotland.
National Museum of Scotland in Edinburgh.
In Edinburgh, 8 o'clock tomorrow.
What's it called? What's it about?
I wrote a book called The One Thing You Need to Know. So it's basically the one thing you need to know to understand relativity, evolution.
No, that'll do. I mean, you've taken quite rightly, helped yourself to a free advert, so it's crossed you off the Ray Liotta consider. Marcus Chown, of course, whose books include not just The One Thing You Need to Know, but also The Ascent of Gravity, Infinity in the Palm of Your Hand, and How I Garnered Several Rounds of Applause on James O'Brien's Mystery Hour.